Today we're working on a 2006 Pontiac Vibe replacing the front passenger side brake caliper. We'll start by removing the caliper to bracket bolts with 14 mil. I can't find any of my 14 mils right now, so I'm stuck using a 9/16. Also, we're going to loosen the brake hose line, same size. We're not going to remove it, just loosen it. Okay, and let's snug it back up for the time being. Next, we're going to take 17 mil on a short extension and remove the bracket to knuckle bolts. Before removing either of them completely, make sure they're both loose. Before we go any further, let's put 2 lug nuts back on to keep the rotor tight while we remove this. We're not replacing the rotor as the seized caliper was caught quickly and did not damage the brake pads or rotors that badly. Here we're going to remove the lower bolt fully. Alright, lower bolt is out. Upper bolt is out. See, that's stuck on there real good. Because these are stuck on, let's try to take a flat blade screwdriver and pry this right off. Helps if you can get it pressed from both sides. here we should be able to wiggle it off. So now let's separate the caliper from the bracket. Take the pads out by pushing them toward the inside. And we are going to be taking these clips for the new one because the rebuild did not come with these. Here's our rebuilt caliper with new slider pins and boots. They are pre-greased, so we don't need to do anything to those. Okay, take your old clips or your new clips if you got new ones with it. Just press them on. Take a bit of brake grease. Just apply some to each contact point. This doesn't really matter a whole lot. As you can tell, there's not really any on these right now because water and salt and road debris happens. Just so you can see what happened here, we have a ripped dust boot. Looks like some salt water and other road debris went in there and has created some rust inside the bore, which is the likely cause of this caliper seizing. Okay, to remove the caliper, loosen the 14 mil or 9/16 bolt. Get your new caliper ready. Make sure the old washers are removed from the hose. That was a nice 2-in-1 design. Take the bolt. And the first washer. Second washer on the other side. Sorry if I blocked the shot, and install the new one. It's very easy. That metal rod goes right into the body of the caliper to keep everything tight, just like that. Let's move the old one out of the way. Hang up our new one now. Make sure that's tight, snug before you start working on this. There we go. And also make sure this 8mm bleeder valve can also be opened without much force. Let's move the caliper out of the way and reinstall the bracket. We're going to take our 17mm bolts, put them in by hand. And tighten those up real good. You're going to take your brake pads and put them back in. If you forget which side is your inside one, it's this one here with the rust ring from the piston. Before you install this caliper, open this up and make sure new fluid's running through. This will make bleeding it a little easier and quicker. Make sure these are aligned to sit properly in the caliper, the flat side touching the flat side of the pin, touching the caliper. And add your 14mm bolts back. Before we get to bleeding the caliper, make sure your hose bolt is tight. If I find a torque spec, I'll post it, but typically just get it really tight. Okay, here we've got a rubber hose attached to the bleeder, and we're going to use our 8mm just to open and close it while someone in the car pumps the brakes. The only purpose for this really is for me here, is to keep this angled down. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Only one.
Whenever you're ready. And they're pushing down. Okay, first have the person in the car pump this up until it's full.
Okay.
Now, as they press down, we're going to open the valve and we're going to close it before they bring their foot back up to prevent air from getting back in the system. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, open, close. It's closed. Good communication is important.
Okay.
Open, closed.
Okay.
Open, closed.
How many times you want to do this?
There's still air. There's still air.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Open, closed.
Let's fill it up. I'm gonna fill it up. Okay.
Open, close.
Okay.
Opened, closed.
Okay.
Open, closed.
Okay.
Open, close. Okay, so when you're done bleeding, take your 8mm, tighten the bleeder valve back. If you have a cap, put one on. Don't have one at this moment, but I will later. Remove the two lug nuts that we've put back on to hold the rotor tight. Throw your wheel back on and lower the car, and you're all done. Thanks for watching.